Good evening, everyone. You get a few people in here. Oh, wait a minute. Say hello to everyone. And I know sometimes the beginning of the live gets cut off, so I'll just make sure. Well, a warm day today. The highest I noticed it got up to today was 99. But we had very low humidity today. It's only around 35% or so. So really didn't feel all that bad out there today. Hello, Marianne Bimler. Hello, Austin. Hello, Mike. Yeah, that's fine, Mike. I know you always watch the replay if you missed the live. I appreciate that. Hello, Entertaining the More by DJ. Hello, DJ Turneroo. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Wanda. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Joe. Hello, Sue. I think that's everyone that's commented up to this point. And as usual, if I miss anyone's comment, just comment again, because sometimes I do miss them. Well, that's good, DJ, that you started following Barbara. It was a little while before I started following Barbara, because I didn't realize she had content on her channel at first. Well, I haven't got any of the big projects any closer to being done yet. Hello, Estella. Hello again, Joe. On Sunday, any of you that was here know that I was talking about 4 stray dogs that had showed up here. Well, one of those dogs I haven't seen since Sunday. And the other 3 adopted me. They're very sweet dogs. They're not causing any problems. They just lay around in the yard. When I go up to feed and water the chickens, they go up with me, just lay outside the gate. They're not making any aggressive movement toward the chickens or anything. They don't bark. They're just very, very sweet dogs. Well, I had someone come yesterday. At that point, I was going to be keeping one of them. And we ended up doing some other stuff and didn't end up getting the fence up for the dog. Working up in the chicken run. I fed and watered the chickens, and she put a tarp over the enclosed run. And we had to go get some material to fence in the dog yard, and ended up not getting the dog yard done. So she's coming back tomorrow to do that. Well, in the meantime, yesterday I decided I was going to keep the other two also. Because at first they were, I can't really say they were afraid of me, but they were keeping their distance. But the one I was able to walk right up to right from the beginning. Now the other two, they come up all the time while I be petted. They follow me around, so I'll be keeping those three. So that's going to be a total of 5 dogs I'm going to have. I never intended to have 5 dogs, but I just can't turn these 3 away. Hey, be careful, Batman. You knock the phone on my hand. So hopefully, when I get Ginger and Grady here, my 2 Lifetime Guardian dogs, hopefully these dogs get along good with them. If not, I can always keep them separated. But that's what's going to be happening there. I'll go back through and say hello to ones that have come in. Let's see. Here we go. I think I'm back to where I was. Hello, Hunter. Hello, Reverend Dream. Hello, Haig. Hello, Tammy. Yep, I will, Joe. But the difference between me and 99% of the other dog owners around here, my dogs are going to be fenced in. Hello, the chicken. There's actually going to be a video coming out. I'm going to finish the filming on it tomorrow when we're building the fence. That video will be coming out either tomorrow night or on Friday. I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow night, but depends on how tired I am. Yep, Stella, they sure did. They chose me. And I'm not going to turn them away. I'm not doing too bad, Reverend Dream. Oh, don't blame me there, Bobby. Yeah. Really don't want to be drinking hot water when the weather is hot. Says the guy that's got a mug of hot coffee here. No, I didn't get the package yet, Tammy. They're taking their sweet old time. I got the tracking on it because I have informed delivery. Got into Little Rock, sat there for a day. Then they finally got it to Fayetteville, sat there for a while. And now it's in Fort Smith. So it should be on the truck to be coming to the post office tomorrow. Yeah, the Postal Service is getting ridiculous. Jesse and Lisa sent me a package of what I'd won on their last giveaway. And they're in Houston, Texas, which I looked it up, I think is just under 500 miles. I could be mistaken on that, but I think it was just under 500. Took 5 days to get here. I don't know why they are so slow. And it seems to be when it's going a short distance is when they really get slow. Like something that's going across the country, they'll get from one side of the country to the other in a day or two. And then take 3 days to go the last 100 miles. Oh, that's nice to check in. I know Milky Way can really be something to look at times. I remember on a clear night, I used to love to see it. Yeah, I was just reading about that to check in. I guess there's isolated spots in central New York where they're looking at 5 to 7 inches of rain. Looks like pretty much all of central and eastern New York is going to be at least 3 or 4 inches. And then the map wasn't showing what it's going to be in Connecticut. I guess that's really dumping the rain in the Carolinas and Georgia and stuff. It just stalled right out. Hello, Ark Wild Man. Oh, it's going to be cooling down next week? Yeah, I haven't been looking that far ahead. I've been checking the forecast just for a few days ahead in it. It looks like the rest of this week it's going to be hot. Yep, that's right, Reverend Dream. Can't believe how many times in the past few years they've raised the rates. And it's getting worse all the time. I know we're pretty warm out there right now. I just went out to feed the dogs. In fact, that's why I was a couple minutes late, because I stayed out there with the dogs a few minutes too long. And it's pretty warm out there. That could be, DJ. It could be a shortage of workers. I don't know if it's just a shortage in this area or what, because it seems like stuff is moving across the country at a pretty good pace. But then when it hits Arkansas, Texas, it seems like this whole area right in here, then it just takes forever. Yep, you sure are, Bobby. And last winter, when we had that 3.5 inches of snow, and it was gone in 3 or 4 days, FedEx tried using that as an excuse to get one of my packages. It was in Mississippi, Olive Branch, Mississippi. And to get the Olive Branch to here took, I think it was 6 days. And they're blaming it on the severe weather, the severe winter storm. That's what it was. Yeah, looks like probably everywhere from Florida to Maine. Wanda, I named the male dog Buddy. Then the two females are Goldie and Honey. Buddy is brown and white. Well, mostly brown, but he's got white underneath. Goldie is a golden tan color. And then Honey is that golden tan with a little white. Yeah, I'll be showing that in the video because I got some video of them. Yep, the Postal Service seems to be the worst of any of them. I've had some issues with FedEx, but they actually seem to be getting better now. And UPS seems to be halfway decent. And the one that seems to be doing the best is whoever Amazon contracts with. I know they drive Amazon trucks, or Amazon vans, but I understand that they're a private contractor. It's not actually Amazon itself. Here, they don't deliver door to door. They deliver to the Postal Service for final delivery, but they seem to be doing excellent. I order a lot from Amazon, and a lot of it comes out of Texas. I can order something today as long as I order it by the whatever the cutoff time is. If it's coming out of Texas, it'll be here tomorrow. I have had a couple times that the mail carrier hasn't delivered it, but it got into the post office and everything. But for the most part, I'm getting it the next day. Oh, that's nice, Wanda. Yeah, I came up with Buddy and Goldie, no problem. Couldn't think of a name for the other dog. So I searched on the internet to get a list of good names for tan and white dogs. And some of the names I didn't really care for at all. And Honey was one of them that came up. And that's actually something that I had crossed my mind. So I went with Honey for the other one. I don't know what breed these dogs are. I've got to get them to the vet because they've got ticks terrible. I have pulled, I would say, especially on the two of them. Honey just started letting me touch her today. But Buddy and Goldie, I bet you I have pulled 100 ticks off the two of them. So I want to get them to and then all three of them are very skinny also. They were drop-offs. You get just all of a sudden they show up here. I'll be right back. Or maybe I can do it from here. Oreo just stepped on the remote to my car and set the alarm off. Okay, it stopped now, so I guess we're okay. First time that's ever happened. I forgot what I was saying. Darn you, Oreo. Don't be stepping on the key fob. Oh, talk about them being dropped off. Yeah, where they just show up like that and just stay here, won't leave. They weren't strays that were just wandering through or anything. Someone just dropped them off. None of them had collars. But these three have a home now, and the forefront was here. I'm hoping went down the road somewhere and found a home. But I haven't seen that one since Sunday. I don't know, maybe not a big enough airport's a problem, Bobby. I don't know, but I know stuff gets in here and then it just comes to a standstill. No, I don't have any heated dog bowls at all, Estella. That really won't be too much of an issue. We have quite a few nights when it freezes, but then as soon as the sun comes up in the morning, it goes above freezing. So I'll build a keep water for them. And I think we only had 3 or 4 days last winter that it never went above freezing at all. You know, actually, Joe, I had FedEx drop a package off this evening, and they start, well, 2 of them. It was Buddy and Honey. Goldie didn't go, but Buddy and Honey started following him out the driveway, and I yelled to them, Buddy and Honey, come back here. And they actually did come back. But this morning, I went into town to pick up a few things, and I had an issue with all 3 of them then. They decided they were going to follow me. They didn't go far. They just went out into the road, and within 100 feet, they stopped and just stood in the road. That made me kind of nervous. There's not a lot of traffic on this road, but there's enough traffic that I don't want them playing in the road. But other than that, they're pretty good about staying in the yard. Well, I'm going to get an area fenced in for them so I know they'll be safe. And they're not very active dogs. They just lay around. And like I said, when I go up to feed and water the chickens, they follow me up there and stuff. So I'll keep them in the dog yard. And then when I'm outside, I'll let them follow me around. And that should work out good. And then I don't have to worry about them following me out into the road when I go somewhere, or when FedEx or UPS is here. I don't have to worry about them following them out into the road. Actually, Barbara, I'm working on the guineas. I've got 2 guinea keats now. I had 8 of them that died right after they hatched out. And I'm going to have to get some more guineas because I know 2 of them's not going to do it. But I'm definitely going to have to get some more. Yeah, I must be a few minutes behind here. I see Mike making a comment about Oreo. Yep, I'm sure they were drop-offs. I'm not sure how old they are, Wanda. I won't know until I get them to the vet. I should call and make an appointment, but I just want to make sure I'm going to have enough money to get them there. Because with 3 of them, that's going to be 3 office calls at $55 a piece. So that's going to be $165 just to walk in the door with them. And then there's going to be the tick treatment and anything else that they might need. Oh, Mike, you blame that horn on Oreo. My fanny pack is sitting here, the same place it always is. That's the first time I've ever had anyone set the darn alarm off with that. Hello, Patricia. It's not too bad of a week. Mike, you said you were trying to sleep, and now you're saying you were outside. So what are you doing? Sleeping outside in your hammock tonight? Hello, Tish. Hello, Beverly. Yep, sure does, Joe. And I set it off myself a couple weeks ago. I must have hit the lock button on the fob, and one of my key fobs, the unlock button, the outside part of it is off, so you have to reach way down in, push the button, and that happened to be the key that I grabbed. So I just tried unlocking it with the key. And apparently, if it's locked with the key fob, you can't unlock it with the key. It will set the alarm off. I don't even arm the alarm on it, Mike. And actually, it wasn't the alarm. I know I called it the alarm. It was actually the panic button that he hit. Oh, that must have scared the heck out of the dog. I just happened to think about that. Because Goldie normally lays under the car. Poor dogs. Well, I hope you got Waddles tucked in, Mike. And got the snake out of there. Well, it was Oreo that hit the panic button. It wasn't Superman. Oh, that's nice, Mike. Yeah, I want to put a camera or two in my chicken coop. I've got the cameras, just don't have them up yet. Yep, I meant Superman's name. No, he's standing there looking at me. Yeah? What'd you call my name for? Hi, Superman. Come on, buddy. Here comes Superman. Oh, yeah, there's always work to do, Barbara. That's right. Yeah, Superman seems to be pretty much back to normal now after his ear infection, except for the head tilt. He's still got real bad head tilt. But the vet said that may improve over time, or it might not ever get any better. He just can't jump around like he used to be able to because it kind of puts him off balance if he moves too fast. Yep, that's right, Joe. It doesn't matter. Farm, homestead, suburb, or city home. Always something to do. I used to have a few lawns that I mowed at camps, and the owner said, each one of them said, they work all week at their house so they can go to camp on the weekend, and they'd be darned if they're going to go to the camp and have to mow the lawn and do all the maintenance there. And then they work all week, come home after work, and then work on the house all week so they can go to camp to relax on the weekend. Um, well, there's always more stuff to do to get settled in, Reverend Dream, but I'm comfortable and the animals are comfortable. But it's going to be an ongoing process, especially as long as it takes me to do everything. Oh, that kind of sucks there, Bobby. 3 hours, you only got 7 pieces of ice. Yeah, Reverend Dream has an idea there. I think you need to go get a bag of ice too. Well, that is one thing I got accomplished the other day. Had some help getting my freezer in here. So now I have my freezer working. So I'm not dependent just on the freezer compartment in the refrigerator. Yeah, it's Superman laying on me. And this one beside me is Batman. Batman is Superman's father. My freezer is 9 cubic foot freezer. That's a nice size freezer for me. I actually was going to get one a little bit smaller, but this is what they had in stock. I got a good deal on it. And I've had this freezer for probably, I'd say about 5 years. Actually went about 2 years without using it. Hello, Albert. Batman is just over 6 years old. He was born April 28th of 2018. Yep, that was nice to have some help with that, Estella. And Sal from Sal's Camper Life has offered to come and help me when I have some projects to do. And actually, this fall, after the leaves go off, I'm going to be building some chicken runs so I can get my chickens separated, so I can get them in the right flocks for breeding. So hopefully that fits in with his schedule, so he can help with that. And I know Lauren and Joel from Making It Home have also said they would come and help. So I'm hoping to get a few people together this fall and get the chicken runs done, and I'll have a few other projects by that time. And the reason I want to wait until after the leaves are off is I need to take a look exactly where I'm going to be putting the chicken runs. And right now, some of the woods is it's so thick, I can't see what's what. But I'm going to be cutting some brush and getting that set up. So I'm going to have some of my runs in the same area that Jeff did, but I don't want them spread around the yard. I want to keep them together so it'll be easier for me to take care of the chickens. So I think what I'm going to do is push over into the woods a little bit towards Drew's house. It looks like there'll be some good land over in there. It looks like it's relatively flat, but I have to wait until the leaves are off so I can really get a better look at it. Yep, it sure is, Barbara. Years ago, it wouldn't have been as much of an issue. But with the shape I'm in now, I need help with a lot of stuff. Hello, Troy. Well, at least the cats are behind the camera tonight. I don't know if you can hear them or not, but they keep running through, hopping up on my bed, then hopping back down. There's nothing wrong with eating a lot of ribs, Bobby. That sounds like a pretty good idea. You get dirt in your hair. Yeah, Superman will just lay here next to me all day if I let him. Um, I may be getting a lawn tractor, so both to mow the lawn with and to be able to haul stuff around. Met with Batman again. Because especially after I get the chickens divided up and have more runs, then it's going to be more work hauling feed around. So that's gonna be handy for that. Um, well, other than that, all the chickens except Mr. Buff are doing good. Mr. Buff is holding his own, but he's not doing good. Ever since he had that heat stroke, he just hasn't been the same. But the other chickens are all doing good. Small birds were a little nervous for the first couple of days when they got put outside because they were used to being in a dog crate, and then they get put out there in this big enclosed run. But they're adjusting very well now. Not gonna mow any rocks, Bobby. You know, place I'm gonna be mowing, there's minimal rocks, and they're all just come up to the surface. They don't stick up in the air. It won't take me that long to mow. Well, it will first couple times because it's so overgrown, and I'm gonna have to move some stuff around and get some stuff picked up. But then after I get the lawn situated, there's not really all that much to mow. Probably 20 minutes, half hour, we'll do the whole thing. Hey, here, Dixie. Dixie. Try and get Dixie to come up. Don't think I'm going to get her up here. Maybe. Yep. I got her. You Dixie. Dixie is actually Superman's sister. Okay, get down. Hello, DJ Turneroo. Well, she meowed like she wanted to get down, but I guess she didn't. Hello, Jonesy. I had 10 cats, Patricia. Nope, no mice at all. In fact, when I was still living in New York, the last winter I was there, I heard something chewing underneath the camper, down in the belly pan. Well, a couple days later, it was a rat. Had ended up getting up into the main part of the camper, came out from underneath my bed, and the cat saw that rat come out and never saw the rat again. At that time, I only had I had 6 cats that time. And that was enough to either scare the rat off or they end up getting that. But I kind of think they scared it off because I never found it anywheres. Be careful of that Roundup, Bobby. I used to work with a guy that went out and sprayed some Roundup, and it was just a few spots here and there. The owner of the company showed up and wanted to go out and do it, which normally, well, the maintenance guys would do it. But he wanted it done that night, and he had awful reaction from it. Even though he didn't get it directly on his skin, just the overspray from it. His arms all broke out from it. And it happened within just a few minutes after he sprayed. He's perfectly fine before that, so he was sure that's what happened. And you're only out there spraying maybe 10-15 minutes. Is there any questions for me tonight? I'll have that video on the dogs coming out either tomorrow night or on Friday. I got another live Sunday at 5:30 Central. Um, well, I think that's about everything I have to talk about tonight. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, DJ. And these cats are very sweet cats. Well, Well, that sounds kind of scary, Bobby. You have a good night, Wanda. Have a good night, Mike. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. I want to get up early in the morning so I can get the chickens fed and watered before my help gets here to help the dog fence. Okay, Bobby. Yeah, this guy here, he thought he was being careful with it, but the only thing he could figure out, he must have got a little overspray from it. Because I was working with him that night, so I know he was fine before he sprayed it. And then probably like a half hour after he sprayed it, his arms all broke out. Okay, have a good night, Haig. Have a good night, DJ. Have a good night, Patricia. Okay, thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. And I think I'll be going to bed shortly. Okay, good night.